Dire la squadra più scarsa che ho incontrato finora, almeno sul roster. Ho visto che ne hanno vinte 4. Sì.
Ma so 2 anni che
Lo
mi
so.
sta presso, 2 season che non mi sta presso.
Vabbè, l'anno prossimo si vedranno un sacco di cose. Quindi.
No, mi direi che la cosa buona è che teoricamente per far fuori sta gente tu quest'anno c'hai avuto il culo che la FIDAF ha organizzato la Lega così e quindi probabilmente una decina di buoni giocatori li tiri anche fuori da quella Lega se vuoi.
You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll get a look at Melvin Gordon, fresh off a big game a week ago, as it'll be the
Sì, io
Buffalo
ho detto pure
Bills
io prima che
taking on the
cercavo di
Los Angeles
infilarlo.
Chargers.
Per esempio
I'll be back with you
Juan,
again
io
with
ci
scores around
parlerei,
the
nel
league at
senso
halftime. But
stai in
kickoff
AP
right
da
around
una
the
season e
corner.
mezzo, non ce la
Standing by
fai,
on
siccome
the
abbiamo
exit,
ragazzi che
your
vorrebbero
radio
giocare,
guy,
PA, familiarità
Intro
col
Dan.
gioco,
EA
uno butta
Sports
dentro
coverage of the
Adriano,
NFL
capito?
has us about 20 miles south of
Esatto.
downtown LA at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Today we're
Bah,
set
ieri mi
for
ha
a
dato la
good
foto del
AFC
download, però
matchup between the Buffalo Bills and our home team.
ci ha mandato la foto che c'ha tipo in upload 10 mega e in download tipo manco uno. Obiettivamente è una stronzata, cioè nel senso. Vabbè, lui l'altro giorno, non mi ricordo che ci ha parlato, mi sembra Tabba, e a lui gli ha detto che praticamente lui la segnalazione la fece quasi contemporaneamente al primo, diciamo, avviso del coronavirus, e quindi i tecnici non ci vanno.
Ma anche Campana credo sia cambiato così.
Sì, però Campana gioca, capito?
Ma io non capisco, col cellulare potevano fare questi cose.
Vabbè, cellulare. Bisogna sempre vedere che connessioni c'hai, sicuramente puoi provarci, quello sì.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree
No,
with
mi
the
sa di più.
receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing
Mi sa di
happen in
più,
practice.
Dani.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that told me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. So here are the starters for this offensive unit. Lamar Miller, very good out of the backfield.
And getting better all the time. The more touches he gets in a game, the bigger his impact on it.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. 2nd and 9 now.
Non
And
si è
that is
messo.
incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Here are the starters defensively for the Chargers. They were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
I don't know what the actual percentages are. I don't know the analytics on when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches have always told me, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. He'll look to throw. And the grab by Croft. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how
tu immagini non l'ha preso l'Oreiro Wright, guarda un po' tante volte, dovresti uscire dal server e entrare e vedere l'impostazione.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away.
Dovresti verificare i danni che gli stai a fare, se gli stai a fare. No, quello solo loro lo vanno vedere il martellino.
A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
Ma sì, dovrebbe dire danneggia. Non so se lo dice solo quando le rompi. Ma io l'ho impostato.
Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon.
Era le 7. Sì. Aspetta,
It's a loss of a yard there.
Vedo io l'impostazione.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the
Alle
line,
11.
but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the
La
first
mattina.
half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I. He has the
No,
ability to
perché
take
lo
over
fa
a
mettere
game.
in
So what do you do?
Yeah, I think
24esimi, non
make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through.
Guarda danneggiamento alle strutture, se c'è il limitato, se
A
c'è.
second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. With that, let's check out how the Chargers line up on offense.
I have to admit, I've rather enjoyed watching Melvin Gordon's improvement as he's developed as an NFL player, because it started for me in college. Every year he was in school, he would add something extra to his game. First year, he knew how to
Tanto
run,
c'è
he
state solo
wanted
voi
to
nel
add pass
server,
receiving
guardate un
to
po'.
his game. The next year, he wanted to add pass protection to his game.
Lo blocco
Did all
e
of that,
vi cambio.
that turned him into a first rounder, and now a front line NFL back.
Se no, famo stasera.
Man, it's Mike Williams. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down.
Non posso, perché la registrazione è fatta con l'account Google. Te dovrai dare tutte le impostazioni dell'account Google e tutto. Ah, lo sai che puoi fare? Puoi fare l'accesso con l'admin, bravo. La password dell'admin, se tu vai tipo sulle impostazioni del server, puoi fare l'accesso admin e puoi modificare gli orari. Bravo, quello sì, se lo fa. No, non devi uscire dal gioco, non devi uscire dal gioco, da dentro al gioco. Vai su start, impostazioni. E devi fare tipo riscatta admin, ci fa un menu scritto riscatta admin. Esatto, ti chiede una password. Allora, Roma con la R maiuscola.
Melvin Gordon unable to push his way forward, and the Bills are going to get the football.
R maiuscola.
Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call.
22-3-89.
Just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you
22-3-89.
Ci think about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience. The longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right?
Allora, perché sono due impostazioni.
Chance of being blocked. So you're
Esattamente, e adesso vai sulle impostazioni del server e cambia gli orari del PvP. Da dentro al pannello là, metti il PvP tempo indeterminato, togli gli orari del ride. Toglili proprio, li lascia a 24 ore.
Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this.
Esatto. Sì, solo il punto che divide Roma dalla data.
They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Illimitato, esatto.
And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Ah no, devo riavviare. Capirei, c'ho le 20 minuti. Vabbè, l'hai impostato? Ok, allora vedremo il server. Ha crashato? Ok, allora si sta riavviando.
The Charger drive about to get going. And this offense last time turned it over.
Mi sembra che quindi pure il PvP e le strutture mi sa che no, le nostre le stiamo
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their back.
Vedi, comunque questo qua in difesa si sistema, Questo degli Eagles è uno che sa giocare. Cioè, dovrebbe essere già ripartito.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
18.
Now it's Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaq Lawson, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Sì. L'arena, quella che abbiamo fatto noi l'arena, con la porta tipo tondeggiante.
Maria che... No, peccato. Che culo, peccato. A difesa dei miei coglioni mi stanno fermando talento. Chiude il cazzo.
You absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
On is the Chargers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
Sì, l'arma fa tantissimo.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. White now to return. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sideline.
Il PvP è il combattimento tra voi, le danni alle strutture per guardare Carlo.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller, and he'll be stopped right at midfield. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo 1st.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long.
Riscattalo pure tu il pannello admin, Danisi, se riesci a farlo, lo può fare? La stessa password.
From the midfield strike, they're looking
Roma maiuscola.
under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
They just gave up a sack there.
R maiuscola, punto 22,389.
They're just looking really porous, aren't they? They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. 2nd and 15. Short throw hauled in by Croft. 8 yards on the completion, and now they face 3rd down.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play. but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding up.
Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What
Roma
could the
maiuscola.
offense have done
3,89.
to adjust and account for that?
No,
But
3,
what
3.
you hope is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And this is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Mettilo sempre attivo, oppure leva i vincoli di orario e metti sempre attivo. Che cazzo di frega, tanto te lo fa voi.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it.
Devi confermarlo e poi io ti riavvio il server. Quando ti dice per effettuare i cambi bla 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 bisogna riavviare il server, me lo dice io ti riavvio il server.
He's a big man.
Oh, vedi se devo impegnarmi con la CPU, perché proprio difesa di merda mi sta facendo girare.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards.
No,
Now
no,
they'll come
di
up on
merda.
2nd and 12. Throwing here, Trubisky sets up the screen to Gordon. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can say
Certo, ormai hai riscattato l'admin.
But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet
Ho
of your
fatto tutte le
intended
cazze pare.
receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come
non
back
so se
and
te le
try to pick
danneggia,
up the
guarda.
first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Dovete uscire e rientrare dal server per vedere le impostazioni, quelle settate.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Trubisky. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards.
Comunque è una cazzata, Madden si è impallato ma ha fatto mangiare 3 punti. Vabbè. Vuol dire che faccio una corsa, lui mi blocca e ovviamente io vado nel pannello quello lì della selezione degli schemi, no? E stavo aspettando praticamente che scorresse il tempo degli ultimi 5 secondi per premere il timeout all'ultimo secondo e fermare il tempo per fare il calcio. Invece il tempo io in attacco era fermo e quindi io praticamente non ho preso il timeout. Dopodiché quando sono andato in partita, dopo aver selezionato lo schema mi ha fatto scorrere 5 secondi. Cioè prima si è fermato e poi me l'ha fatto scorrere, capito? Sì, lo so pure io, però non me lo faceva chiamare il timeout. Capito?
Not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section?
Tu puoi fare tutto, puoi pure spawnare tutto quello che ti pare, puoi fare quello che cazzo ti pare nel gioco, come se fossi un programmatore.
And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. And they'll run it from the gun with Miller. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. No score after one.
Solo se riscattavo il pannello, ma non l'ho mai fatto. E quando tu server scrivono no admin in game, vuol dire quello. Semplicemente che nessuno ha riscattato l'admin in game per fare queste cose.
On third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken at about the 14. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down. Now Gordon on first down. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. That burst
No, non ci è arrivato, vaffanculo, era passato, era.
The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009.
Sempre quello degli Eagles.
That's how they constructed their offensive line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Gordon. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Comunque il suggestion a Madden aiuta tanto, perché tante volte ci sono dei schemi che uno non guarda, ma che per determinati down sì, ti annulla tutto il discorso dei schemi che sai, schemi buggati, dei schemi che sono funzionali. Sì, che però è limitativo, cioè il suggestion è limitativo purtroppo in tanti casi. Certo, certo.
No, Maria che si è mangiato.
So it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't.
Avrà fatto 5 ricezioni in tutto l'anno per 8. Mamma mia.
Non parlate con Madden in
But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky, eluding the pressure.
Rotto il disco, non ci vedo. 2 tight end in raggio di 2 azioni. 2 schemi, 2 tight end. L'altra settimana 3 schemi, 2 halfback.
For the team that lost it to get it back, because This is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Ecco, è già finito.
No, come ci si inginocchia quando corri col cubo.
L2 R2 quadrato.
L2 R2
L2 R2 quadrato.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. The screen pass here to Cohen. He can't get him down. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Guarda questo che bucio di culo che c'è comunque. No, sta all'aggancio credo, guarda che casca la connessione mo. 7-17, ma dovremmo rigiocare tutta la partita per mettere in ginocchio fino a quasi fine terzo quarto.
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Mike Williams, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Here's Trubisky. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. An 11-yard touchdown.
Vabbè, voleva essere corretto.
First onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 6. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
Sì, ma guarda, l'oro, io pensavo che l'oro era difficile da reperire con l'argento, in realtà in mezzo alla giungla e quel dungeon che ti ho detto ieri ci stanno un sacco di oro, primo, e secondo c'è il discorso dell'ossidiana, cioè quando vai a fare l'ossidiana in un bustato ti esce tantissimo oro e quindi è un attimo a fare 200 lingotti di oro e quindi a base alchemica.
To get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. Another example right there.
Io ero entrato.
Winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Sono entrato quando mi ha fatto vedere come aveva costruito, no? Sì, hanno tutti i DLC tipo loro. Loro hanno fatto tipo open space, molto largo, molto grande, e da una parte sì, oltre a ammazzare gli schiavi non gli rompete niente, perché volevo vedere come hanno costruito la struttura. Hanno nominato Pippo. Che pezzo di merda, hanno copiato Pippo.
He has elite instincts for his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Kanga è fortissimo, tipo. Sì.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now, 3rd and long.
Adesso giochi là fuori? No. Però regola 1 del ride. Perché neanche quando non ci riusciamo a fare il ride. Con tutte le pozioni senza human in game noi non facciamo i ride.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Ma ci sta, perché però finché non li fai non impari mai come fa, capito?
They'll look to throw here on first down. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the
voli e sei invincibile quando combatti.
Essentially being a receiver downfield.
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
E comunque appena gli giochi una spread offense lui non sa più che fa. Se gli allargo la difesa gli gioco 5 linee invece che mettere pressione mi allarga tutta la difesa sua, ma ovviamente poi io vado a campi aperti sui lanci, no? Mi trovo Isabella e Kirk, esatto, Isabella e Kirk soli in mezzo al campo, ma quando cazzo mi inchiappi. Isabella gli da 94 velocità, 95 accelerazione, brava, fenomeno.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sideline.
Dai, esci, se ti distrai, esci.
This one, it sails out of bounds. And they'll spot it right at the 20.
Sarà appeso una corda di violino.
Mike Williams now as his guys head back out to go on offense. Second quarter here, he has only one catch, but they have the lead. You got to think there's going to be more involved at some point.
That's what you would expect, but sometimes what defenses do to take away a player of his magnitude, it costs them in other areas. And right now, with them losing, they may have to change their focus, and maybe he will open up a little bit more as the game goes on.
Yeah, well, so far, just the single catch. Now Trubisky on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back.
Non lo so, bisognerebbe chiederglielo.
Quarterback's hands. Guess what? Creates a lot of confusion. Kind of a muddle in the middle of the field.
Comunque su tanti siti dicono i Liam sono forti, lo sai?
Second and 10 now. It's Trubisky. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Ma tu hai ammazzato tutti, Dani?
On first down, Trubisky completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. George Kittle, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Now the extra point try forthcoming.
Perché devo sbagliare sempre i calci?
And it's good to make it 14-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0.
Campo esorso, però non faccio manco un tempo a superare il blitz.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. 2nd and long. And the pressure gets to him again.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, standing just outside his own goal line. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This will be fielded at the 17. Oh, he slipped right by him. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things definitely getting interesting around the NFL as we begin the month of December. So let's get right to it.
An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Tackle made there by Matt Milano. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
18.
Looking to throw on 2nd
Sì,
down.
comunque non conoscendo, almeno che non è stata una richiesta.
Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now
Che
it's
me l'ha
third
richiesto.
down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far in the second half. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So possession goes over
Ma
here.
siete entrati nel coso nuovo?
Is the man taking the snaps
Sì, ieri sera sì.
heading out for the next possession. And he has not really been able to have a lot of comfort back.
Devi praticamente scrivere un messaggio su un gruppo Facebook, ti contattano e ti danno la
And they've got to
password.
figure out how to tamp down that pressure. How do they decrease it? Is it getting rid of the football quicker? You know, shorter drops? Maybe they do something different with their pass blocking and their protection schemes. Maybe you meet them on the line of scrimmage instead of retreating to try and protect your quarterback. They've got to figure something out, though, because
Blitz coming, and down he goes. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one
Sì,
big
c'è anche il
away
discorso che
from
loro
being
sanno
right
crescere,
back there.
sanno crescere combattenti,
Step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in
Ma
this
pure
game.
secondo me non ci hanno
After
messo
the sack,
tutto.
it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now back to throw, and incomplete. Tajay Sharp, the intended target, and now it's 3rd down.
Just work with me a second here, because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this
Questo gioco
entire
segue un
game.
senso
The way
logico
they've been pushed
spaventoso.
around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. This is taken at the 18.
Vabbè, è normale, non può farsi errori. Credo che loro abbiano un tot di punti massimo da raggiungere, poi sta a te, esatto, sta a te sapere spenderli.
This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an
Fascia
extent,
scudo,
especially if you
esatto.
like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. The linebacker Ryan Shazier there to make the tackle.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon.
No, ma come? Che mi fa fumble Gordon mentre è fatto. No, e mi ritornano pure il touchdown. Macchia Milano dei miei coglioni, mi persegue.
This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
No, non me ne fa mai.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And that one makes it 14-7.
No. Okay.
The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground.
No, ma loro l'hanno detto che quella base l'hanno fatta così, non era una base esatto. Non era una base anti-PvP, è una base.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Melvin Gordon and the Chargers ready for their next possession. Looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter, finished with over 300 yards on the night, later ended up in the NFL. If you've got a talented back, give it back to him. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now it's Trubisky. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Give them 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Give him 6 yards in the first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on 1st down. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 37-yard line. On 1st down, they go right back to Cohen. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Shaq Lawson's one of those guys that after a while you quit just trying to define him by a position. Defensive end, outside linebacker, doesn't matter. He knows how to get upfield and spill some plays.
So disruptive.
Uccidilo e scoppiagli il letto, ammazza.
I think it's strength. If you see his upper body, I mean, he's got some strength up there and some really good hands, but he's got some surprising quickness as well to get him upfield.
Il pittico se lo fa de base?
Now on 2nd and 13, Trubisky.
Ah, i pittico, sì.
And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills 14.
Pittico è DLC. Probabilmente si fa qualche altare, non hanno fatto l'altare loro.
Trubisky now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Che cazzo la prendi a fare?
From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on 1st down. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Mitchell Trubisky. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch.
Bisogna chiedere come si fanno a fare i corazzati per il calore.
Very sharp too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Point after, right down the middle, and it's now 21-7. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone.
Che dove veniva lo zolfo, eh?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone...
Questo che c'è bisogno tipo del mastro corazziere, tipo del vulcano, queste cose qui per farla di...
A run there on 1st down gets 3 up to the 28. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And his pass incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Back to throw here. Setting up the screen for Miller. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. And the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Per fare le corazze di fuoco, di attaccato.
You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it
come fai se ci siamo meglio di impeccabili, scusami. Ma che cazzo dici? Anche a livello di vocabolario italiano non è meglio. È buona ma non è eccezionale, non è impeccabile, esatto. Allora, quello può essere... aspetta, fermati. Quello può essere per un discorso di impostazione del gioco.
The field, here comes Los Angeles. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Did they stick with it?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary never looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big...
Rimuovi solo le porte, non scoppia niente.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one.
Zabbo sta per 17-0, primo drive di domenica da
finale. Love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
One play has him up past
sono di Schelos e quello viola, eh? Sì, lo fai dopo che fa il vulcano. Si sono fatti pure il vulcano loro. Subito, vedi là? La prima cosa l'hanno fatta lì. Ma avete aperto pure sotto? Corruzione del zero. Si è buggato.
is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Le scalinate, diciamo, l'ambientazione è figa.
Trubisky now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Non vedi, c'hanno la taverna loro. Qui. Qua, Carlo, guardami, chiaro. Qui. Girate. Alto. Qua hanno fatto le taverne, ci sta qua dentro.
A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all.
Sono pure più bravi da fare la taverna questi. Sono più bravi di te. Sono comunque più bravi di te. Ma qua è aperta la base. È aperta la base, si passa, se levi il pozzo si passa. Come no? E leva quello sopra.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now
hanno fatto il tipo di prigione, hanno fatto.
Throwing here, Trubisky.
C'hanno gli schiavi in prigione.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Questo è uno schiavo, no?
Thinking back to what you said in the first quarter, that part of the magic elixir for a
C'è la
road victory for
taverna.
these underdogs was going to be winning the turnover battle. Well, they only have one right now. Look at the scoreboard.
Yeah, not exactly playing to the form that I subscribed, right? When you talk about winning that turnover battle, that evens things out, especially for a road team, especially for a team that's an
Hanno
underdog.
fatto la prigione, gli hanno fatto.
And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there,
Franco 30 lance.
just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't
C'hanno
think
posti
so. I
ovunque
think in
comunque
this
hanno messo loro.
situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything.
30 arance.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept
Sì,
that
comunque
flag
c'hanno
in the back
Aquiloniano,
pocket. So
Uraniano,
with that, you figure, this game's
Arena.
pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores
A
down.
vedere
But
staudo,
don't
se vai
change
sullo
that
stadio ti
channel.
dice...
Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here
Cambia
in case it
tutto,
does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Perché noi tendiamo sempre a fare compartimenti, loro invece hanno fatto tutta open
Touchback
space.
as that sails over the end line. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back
Sì,
on
sì,
the
ma non è...
field.
Infatti,
These guys had to punt their last
vedi,
possession, and that's become too familiar of a
e
refrain.
c'hanno la chiave del
Too many
guerrafondaio,
drives just
ce
wound
n'hanno
up going
5,
nowhere.
quindi
You know how in
potenzialmente
baseball, when
avranno
the pitcher gets a
fatto...
base hit and he's on base, they bring his
avranno
jacket out to
fatto...
him to keep him warm. A lot of times
No,
the
non mi
punter
interessa,
goes
tanto non
puts on
penso più che
sweatpants
ci
or a
serva.
wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He
Sì,
might need
ma
a
non entra
massage
più
from the
questo.
trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Vabbè, ma non è più che... Cioè, a livello 31. Quello eravamo più corazzati di noi.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Non capiamo, credo.
So not quite a first down.
Però vedi, loro vanno a fare gli
Just
schiavi
yet
con le
as they
frecce
come up
smussate,
on
secondo me
second down and inches.
è meglio.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. This
Nostro
quarterback
decorazzo.
now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Sì, vabbè, ma fare le fornaci così, soffrire il caldo è impressionante.
And he'll be out of bounds after
Pure per
getting
quello
this
c'è
one
una
across the
temperatura
40.
4 dei
The
suoi.
completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down
No,
completion
vedi,
only netted of
obiettivamente
3.
qui il pezzo del falò del braciere è pure brutto a vedere. C'è l'estrattrice tutte le scale, cioè. La base è fatta carina, ma poi c'è poco spazio per fare tutto questo. Sopra, sicuro. Ecco qua, un giochino qua.
The Bills on 3rd down. A pretty anemic, a very anemic. 1
Qua
for
ci
9
sta
thus far. This
un'altra
time it's
porta.
3rd and 3. They're going to look to throw.
Ecco, qua c'è
And
un'altra
that's
volta
knocked
qui.
away and incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball.
Vabbè, loro diciamo fanno, a parte c'hanno più spazio di noi per farlo, ma fanno tutto open space.
They'll go on fourth down. Gotta try it here. He's back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Bills' drive stalls out on fourth down. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on fourth down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team,
Il trono di scalo è più figo, è più figo. È quello del vulcano Schelos.
We'll see how they respond now. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a
Diciamo che l'unica cosa bella però è come hanno messo le statue all'ingresso e tutto il resto, perché poi l'organizzazione di casa è fatta malissimo. Mi piace molto il fatto che quando entri vedi sto casone gigante con tutte state, palchi. Questa è una cosa figa. Però ti ripeto, è organizzata male, cioè hanno dedicato
The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. Trubisky will throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Il trono di Scalos è fighissimo. Penso che su qualsiasi server entrerò.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 7.
Ma tu stai sopra?
Out of the gun, Trubisky. He's got his man on the crossing route. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Vabbè, ma se non devi comprare il DLC. Sono fighe perché usa tutto il discorso delle bottiglie. Sì, è basica, vabbè, l'hanno fatta, non serve un cazzo, cioè l'hanno fatta. Sì, ma anche le prigioni è una cosa che non abbiamo mai fatto, ma mettere tipo le danzatrici nelle prigioni sarebbe tipo figo. Tu fai le prigioni e ci metti dentro le danzatrici. I bracieri questi qua viloniani giganti all'inizio, cioè sono fighissimi questi.
Shaq Lawson make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. George Kittle.
Ma come fanno a farla a 4 di freddo? Isolante dal freddo.
Extra point splits the uprights and the lead is now 24.
Secondo me, ragazzi, dopo che fai l'elmo devi mettere tipo in qualche fornace con qualcosa per isolarlo. O in qualche bancone per isolarlo, capito?
The kickoff unit is out on the field and they will send this one away. And this will not be
A meno che non vanno a piarli tipo in The Dungeon.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time
Anche perché questo è leggendario, il leggendario non si può fare, esatto.
They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
No, la sala del trono la puoi fare se per esempio da quest'altra parte invece che starci lo sbocco per la foresta era chiuso. Allora tu qua facevi tipo la sala del trono. Però se c'hai due ingressi non la puoi fare da nessuna parte facendo la base così lunga. La potevi fare un piano superiore, solo che loro hanno voluto fare. Ok. Che come sta la bomba? La zona di banco è fatta malissimo sotto quel punto di vista, però è carino tutto il resto. Bello, sta facendo tutto. Ah, via con me, va, no, devi dire. No, ma ce ne dalla parte qua. No, dal...
On the job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the fourth.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays, really hurts the team on defense.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Trubisky now to throw on third down. Got Gordon open, completes it. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is.
Questi praticamente hanno solo fatto... Erano solo presi la base ma non hanno mai fatto un cazzo.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Sì, perché hanno visto che non c'era tipo un cazzo da raidare. Ma a me sinceramente piace, a quel punto uno dovrebbe valutare di cercare basi così, buchi giganti e poi potenziarli all'esterno il più possibile. Però già solo il fatto è piccola, cioè una cosa del genere la G10 non la puoi fare, non c'è lo spazio di farlo. No, io te parlo che se tu vuoi fare una base così bella da vedere, a G10 non la puoi fare. Esatto.
And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Oh, Trubisky going to throw. That is caught inside the 5.
Perché Carletto sta inseguendo la base?
Eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
È un prepotente, ti levo l'admin.
Gain of 27.
And they just hit another big completion there, and I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
Age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the times they just look at it like, let's just play the game, and however it turns out, it turns out.
E non è impeccabile. No. Eccezionale non è meglio di...
Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Ah, è strano, non
So
so che
another
dire.
score there. Often you talk about the three phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
Che questa puttana, ma che schifo, what the fuck, dove sta?
Privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. Extra point right down the
Piastra
middle.
dell'ammazzatei rinfrescante. Eccola!
That time a 6-play drive.
Piastra dell'ammazzatei rinfrescante. Questo è il vero potere del guerriero del guerrafondaio. Pettorale arrugginito, polvere di drago, base alchemica. Questa è una piastra. Sotto si fa. No, nella creazione. Piastra.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They've lost this one. Their offense
Comunque quali sono le
struggled.
cose che hanno
Do they try to
4-5
put
di
together
freddo?
something here at the end
Solo
just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a
mi
team.
vede il leggendario, ma c'hanno altre cose a 4 di freddo?
And you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone,
Facciamo per noi.
I want to see something executed well
Un cazzo,
before we
quello
get
deve
out
andare alla
here.
mappa,
And
deve
that
andare
was
alla
the
mappa.
message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. That's pulled in at the 32. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel down
Lo sai che
formation,
dobbiamo
the victory
fare?
formation. We've got a game
Entro
in
sul
hand,
server quello
and
mio
that's what we
privato.
really want to do now.
Vediamo
Put someone
se io
back
esco, se vi fa uscire a voi.
This big gain, but a fumble.
Il server quello in cooperativo, in coop diciamo. Io ci entro dentro, attiva coop, vi faccio la richiesta di entrare, voi entrate nel server, dopodiché io esco, voglio vedere se vi lascio nel server o se vi fa uscire. Perché se vi fa uscire non ha senso. E quindi bisogna per forza eventualmente acquistare un server per giocare insieme o stare su un server. Sì, quello penso che non ci sia un limite, perché pure Minecraft si faceva pure in 10. Il problema di Minecraft è quando giochi così in coop, se esce diciamo quello che c'ha il server, quello che c'ha il gioco che stava a streamare, fa uscire a tutti. Ok, invita amico.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Trubisky is going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Finally a good play there defensively on
Sì,
the deep
intanto
ball.
c'avete
The
l'invito.
secondary has had its struggles this
E
entire
più che altro
game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
sì, ma è solo infatti è solo per vedere, cioè nel senso.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Trubisky. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Room to run, Pitt. And he loses the football a second time. Now this is picked up by the Bills.
Le due fumble mi ha fatto gol.
Vabbè, ma il discorso è, Dani, vedi, quando ti metti tipo in un canale Discord come quello, Se c'hai qualche dubbio chiedi, vedi, fai, alla fine ti impari a fare tutto. Cioè noi che sta sul server abbiamo imparato a fare tutto piano piano. Mo ci saranno ancora delle cose di fino per il PvP che dobbiamo impararci. Esatto, ma infatti teoricamente sto gioco deve essere giocato in solitaria o co-op, dopodiché tu dopo che hai fatto tutta la storia, l'avventura e quant'altro, che sai come si fa tutto, te butti sul PvP.
Che
hai dato una base stanno rotto il culo anche così.
Plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the
Potremmo anche fare un pinpoint conflict,
that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
Allora scusate, ma un'idea. Invece che, visto che il discorso del PvP non ci piace, no? Invece che sprecare tempo a fare ogni volta di server nuovi dove poi ci ammazzano